1 second. Okay. Start. So, I explain my vision of the manifesto at the moment. I think that we don't lose many time to define every single topics and single role on our new program, because we should explain and demonstrate that we want to speak with the community and choose a solution with the communities. So I think that it's more important define that we this is a proposal to begin a communication. So explain better the roadmap than the topic of the manifesto. For example, define the timing of the discussion. We started with the discussion with the AMA or the Twitter space this Friday, and we ended with the in the next 3 weeks, something like that, with a detailed roadmap, not a detailed topics and solution, but with a detailed role, our role for the definition of the step and this process, but not the other thing. This is my opinion about the manifesto in this moment. Only let me know what do you think about that? So
Yeah, I like this. I think one crucial part that we should discuss. I hope I don't have too much background noise here. And one crucial part we should discuss is also something that Giotto raised is do we want to, in addition to the tiers or per tier, in addition to the hard requirements, have ambassadors pitch what they want to achieve in this tier? This is something that Giotto brought up. I think it's actually nice, but we should also have hard requirements per tier, but say, okay, you can choose what you want to do, because some ambassadors do not want to host a meetup, but they want to maybe create a DEP or something, right? So we can have the requirements for like the vision of the initial program, like come and suggest what you want to achieve.
I think I agree about not define the timing, as Giotto said in the Twitter in one of the latest posts. Not define a timing for define senior or ad ambassador. But I have no idea about the achievement, the rule to define the right way to choose a senior ambassador or an ambassador 5 times, 6 times. Is not important at the moment. But I have many difficulties to imagine another solution at the moment. If you have an idea about that, I'm open to listen it. But at the moment, I don't understand how can suggest or what can suggest for that.
It's mainly to add, because we have ambassadors on a specific track have to engage in OPDAF, right, or have to vote on other ambassadors. We can also add something. You can like an open item, propose what you want to achieve in the next 3 months or the next 6 months, and when you achieve this, like a creative idea, you can also get promoted.
And for example, the senior ambassador of the 4 tiers vote for the senior ambassador of the dirt tiers, or all the community, all the ambassadors.
I'm talking now once this collective is onboarded and the ambassadors can vote on. I think this is something else that we have to discuss, right? Who should vote on what? In my terms, it's more about the collective votes on ambassadors. But we need to add to the manifesto also a big decision. How do we want to propose the seating, right? Do we want to get voted as head ambassador collective as seating by OpenGov? Or we just propose it? I mean, there was already majority that we want to get voted by OpenGov to it, but I think the question is here, do we want to propose these are the 10 or 15 head ambassadors that we propose as seating, and people can vote on us collectively or individually?
Alberto, so this is your turn.
Well, I think we need to define different tracks for ambassadors. I know that maybe we can do in the second step, and probably we can create different bounties for them, and in each of them, each bounty we can put different qualification for the work of the ambassadors are doing, and depending of this evaluation, they will go up or down on the ambassadors program. I don't know if probably is the best option to all the token holders decide who go up and down, but probably this is a great work for the community, or and I don't know, it's difficult to say, but probably we need to do something easy and work quick, because if not, we will lose the train.
Yeah. I agree about that. It's your turn.
Thank you, Patricia. Oh, I agree with Albert what he's saying. I mean, right now we have to describe the position and situation that we are. Okay. Right now we are facing the idea of other collective that Giotto is proposing, and I have to say that the idea that he's proposing is almost the same idea that the community team did. Okay, I mean, it's the same collective. The only change that he did is that he put that the head ambassadors wasn't sitting, and the head ambassador will need to be in this system votation that he's planting. And of course, this crazy salary of 10,000 that many people are getting crazy for this amount. Okay, so at the rest is the same. So we have to discover the point of the discussion, because I understand that we want to plan different tiers, different ranks. We want to plan different visions, but I mean, this vision is the same that Giotto is saying. It's the same that right now all the public is watching, because the proposal now is public. So we really there are not tiers. Yeah, there's different tracks and tiers in the proposal. Candidates, ambassadors, senior ambassadors, and head ambassadors.
Yeah, but only 4. So it doesn't motivate a head ambassador to go further, right? This was also one initial thing of our proposal. How can we motivate the people that have a rank already and to go further?
Well, in the proposal that he's planting, let me see. I don't know if you have seen the proposal.
4 tiers, I think, right?
Yeah, it's en route. The program.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I saw this, but these are only 4 tiers, and we with our tiers, so that's why it is important, I think, to talk a bit about this complexity. I'm also fine if we want to simplify it, but we set up these master ambassadors and so on to keep people engaged and always want to get further, right? Because some people in the program lost their motivation because there was no further incentive. And just throwing 10K at someone is maybe not as incentive. They also want to get different things.
Yes, but the thing is that obviously in the Telegram group, he put the different proposal, that the different tiers that is the same that is in the proposal that we made.
Yeah, okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah, about the head ambassador, master ambassadors, he put the same idea. Obviously, in the proposal, in the final proposal, he put head, seniors, and ambassador. He didn't put the candidate, just 3 tracks. But yeah,
I
I mean,
had a single point on that. The number of the tiers is sorry, a problem with the palette. When we add the program on chain, we can define 12 tiers, but we can decide to use only 4, only 5. But when the palette was uploaded on chain, the number is fixed. We can change in a second side. This is one of the topics that explain Emily in the last call. So if you want to define 12 tiers, but we can use only 4. I mean, this is a little point to consider when we choose or define the tiers. If
yeah,
you
that's
go
true
on
because
chain,
in the plan,
sorry.
Sorry, yeah, that is the plan, because in the plan we put master ambassadors, that is the biggest tier.
Yeah.
And of course, right now, no one can be master ambassador because no one has 10 years in the ecosystem.
Yeah, this is
So yeah, that is for the future. But we understand that right now we just have head ambassadors. But the point is that this is the principal point that we have to discuss with Giotto, because this is the principal difference between the proposal that we had in the past and the proposal that right now Giotto is proposing. So the principal point here is what we will do with the head ambassador. That is the point that we have to discuss with him, and that we have to set a position. And if we want to set a position, because we have the other option of just go to vote and accept the idea that he's saying, that everyone have to go to vote. And we can set our proposal and say like, yeah, okay, we will be candidates and we will go to vote for our position. Or we can, I don't know, maybe set another position. We have to define this.
Yeah, I'm thinking about. I'm sorry, Albert. Your turn.
Yeah, in my opinion, we need to remove different many rounds. Do simple. Do candidates, ambassadors, senior ambassadors, and head ambassadors, and it's enough. This is my point of view. Remove the part of the time in the program. This is my point of view.
About timing, I agree. Let me.
So, just
Sorry.
a quick question, Albert. So this is actually, so you're agreeing with Giotto's proposal then, right? Because we can also make it simple. We have a call with him on Wednesday, and we just discuss what do we want him to maybe adjust a little bit. He can adjust it in his proposal, and we just go with his one. If the majority of us, right? Why do we put so much effort to then change something? That's the question. And I think the critical part are the tiers and the payment structure. If you want to go with more tiers than he suggested, the payment structure, do we want to do it reward based or go with his suggestion? I think these are the 2 main differences. And how the collective is getting to be seated. I think that's the third one. Do we want that the community can vote on a group of head ambassadors like us, or on everyone individually?
Marpa, you turn.
Yes,
Yeah.
thanks. Well, yeah, Giotto made his step on this, and I think basically we have like do a trading with him, and try to merge his idea with our original idea. So I think we need to try to make him understand that we need the master ambassador. So maybe he can, like, I know he's been contacting people and he's he's working on that for sure, and try to keep our position. Like anyway, it's gonna be on OpenGov probably the initial seeding. So I think the years doesn't matter, if we can merge, with Giotto, that could be something. So I think Six dropped this file where you can put all your collaborations, your photo, and be like a candidate to be a head ambassador. So yeah, the thing that we need to agree is that with him probably, So one thing is the voting. So at least the seating and everything probably until the collective is working, it's gonna be on OpenGov. Then all them like the I don't know how to say, the maintenance, like the maintenance of the program, it's gonna be on the ones that are active in the collective, So that's fine, But now, like, because probably I was seeing, and it's like 99%, approved on his proposal. I don't know if it's Ivy voting yet or any shadow, wallet, but probably it's gonna pass. So I don't know what you think, but I think if we're gonna have like literally real person like dedicated to this and on the open eyes, of everybody, at least for me, is if you're gonna be 100% dedicated to this and be like a master ambassador, I think it's fine, whatever he wants to, put as a salary, the famous 10K per month, That's gonna be a lot of pressure for sure. You're gonna be on the spotlight. You're gonna have to show results, like pretty quick, and a lot of engagement, and leads, whatever, participation in events. I don't know. And yeah, I don't know if Giotto cares so much about the community growing, the ambassador program as a whole, with the candidates and all the work that we've been doing regional, in our own regions, etc. So it makes sense to me what we've been talking, like in these head ambassadors monthly calls, at least on 2023, about these global ambassadors, like it's kind of similar, So then we can like set the salaries to, I don't know, head ambassadors around to $1,000 to $2,000 maybe per month, if we have master ambassadors. If we agree on that with Giotto, probably, as I said, try to make this difference, So I don't know what you think, but yeah, that's my take on this.
Mhm. This is my position at the moment. I don't agree the way and of the Giotto. I don't like work for him, so I don't think to propose my position as ambassador in his program. This is my personal opinion. So there is another another topic.
He's been doing this since he started, being active. I don't know, around 6 to 8 months. He was like totally against the bounties. Now I think he has like 4 bounties, or he will have like 4 bounties. So he's stubborn, but he listens.
Only my opinion, and
that he needs to
maybe
trade,
it's not the moment to speak about that.
About what?
I think that we can do only, I think, at the moment, not lose time to modify the actual this manifesto, but only propose although the difference between the original proposal created by Emily, for example, and the proposal of the Giotto, and our idea that is not defined, because we want to share and define it with the community. At the moment, speaking with the community, we are understand that the most people want a reward, not the payment. It was 3-4 years. the solution that we are finally discussing in these 2 months with the community and with Giotto. I think that we can do only this type of work at the moment. So we are all okay to propose us like a team, a working team on it, a collective with our task, and after that Ezio speak with the W3F, the foundation and party. We can define know what is their position. So today define some of these tasks. Wednesday in the next call we define the date and the timing with the other ambassador before the call with Giotto. But at the end of this week, I'd like to start with the first discussion, with the public discussion. Many ambassadors told me that our wrong mistake was not share our discussion, not share our idea, only the last decision. So we can start, on my opinion, from this point. We want to create a solution. We want to create a roadmap, a tool, and this type of work. This is the difference also between us with Giotto and Giotto. Sorry for my long discussion. The next was Zoe. Zoe.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I agree to this. I think you can, so in preparation, I would just add that we have the possibility to talk with Giotto, right, on Wednesday. So if we want to, on Wednesday in our call, have everyone vote on these 3 points that I mentioned, right? These are the 3 points that we should have prepared to go into the meeting with Giotto and say, hey, these are the 3 main differences between our proposal that we are going to publish. Or we can implement it in new proposal, and then we don't have to put up another proposal. So these are our 3 negotiation points, and we propose him and we discuss in the meeting with him why we think these are good ideas to implement in this proposal. If he's not willing to negotiate with us or update his proposal, then we don't have any other chance to go with our proposal. But if he would like to implement it, we don't even need to put up another proposal, right? I think this is the easiest way to go.
David, is your turn.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, because I was a little bit late and it will be difficult to follow today because we are launching the Logan parachain. It's a little bit tricky, to be honest. But as I get the exchange already begun, I suppose you would like, maybe you think it's too late to push your own proposal on the governance because Giotto did it. Is it correct, or?
No, I don't think it's too late. I mean, I think just we could have the power to negotiate with him to adjust his proposal. But if he's not willing to, and we are not happy with this, then we have the power, if the Foundation supports us with funding, to then threaten him and then put up our proposal. And then it's a politics, right? The one or the other. But in politics, we also find a way first to talk with the people if he's open to negotiate with us. And these are the 3 main differences that we have to discuss with him.
Yeah, it means so first having a discussion with him, and just after, if we are not agree with his final proposal, if he won't adjust his proposal, we will push our own one by ourselves. That's correct this time. Yeah, but because it's important now, because to be honest, I was thinking the better ways to be active maybe could be to push the first part of the document I mean the collective proposal without maybe the manifesto on the first step to create, I would say, a discussion about or reaction or behavior, I would say, and get more feedback publicly from the community, because I think now it becomes really important for us to be transparent and to prove that we are searching to have a constructive exchange with the community, Giotto included, but not giving the impression that we are working on the cartel plan. You mentioned it in the Telegram chat, and that's right. It's a problem because if we are not, I would say, enough public now about our action, the community will see us as bad player, bad loser, as you prefer. So I don't know. Depends of if we have to communicate something before Wednesday. Wednesday is the day chosen to have this call with Giotto, or if we just have to wait or announce that we will discuss with him on Wednesday and see what would be our final position just after this call. Because, yeah, for me, the most important at the moment, if we don't want to push a proposal online on the governance, for me, the most important things to do now is to be transparent and more communicative in the direction of the community. Because people don't understand what we are doing. I think so. It's a problem, and it's bad for us too.
Lorena, it's your turn. Lorena?
Yes. Well, in my opinion, the thing is, I'm not available to be at the meeting with Giotto on Wednesday, but for me, the most important thing is try to understand that we are not Giotto employees. So, and he's doing a lot of things in different areas like marketing, like bounties, even bounty, ambassador. He wants to manage everything, or looks like that. Okay, so for me, we should keep our position as a head ambassador position, and we are not Giotto employees. So if we want to coordinate a call with him, we should clarify the point, okay? We should work as a collective, in my opinion, as a group, as a team, and not individually, because if not, we will lose power. So the first time is clarify that point, and then what is the idea? For me, we should try to push the proposal, the head ambassador proposal, and the collective as we think, or as a parity works, and then try to collect the support of ex-parity members and ecosystem members, okay? Now, Giotto proposal has power, and I don't know who mentioned that he has a very, very positive opinion, but we should push our proposal and discuss in a public area. In Twitter, we should discuss in forum, we should discuss the proposal, because it looks like Giotto has he's the only person that has an idea, and we are working on this very hard, and we are working in the ecosystem very hard for the last few years. Okay, I'm head ambassador since 2021. So I work very hard. It's not for me. All of us are working very hard for the ecosystem. So it looks like we did nothing, and it's not true. That is my point. We should try to talk with him. If not, we should push our proposal and try to clarify with other ways of the ecosystem to support our proposal.
Let me check. Okay. If you all agree, at the moment we can define a roadmap for the next 2 days, tomorrow and Wednesday, to share with the other ambassador in our Telegram chat and Discord chat, defining the timing. So don't create a new manifesto, but only a description of the actual situation. So we have the Giotto proposal, we have the parity proposal. Parity is not correct, but the old proposal, and now our proposal. Our proposal is not a defined proposal, but is a way to work, and doing this. This Friday is a good time for everyone, or Saturday, on when we decide to start sharing in public channel. We are starting to use the social channel, and I think that we can push all and more on the social channel to explain that we are not a cartel, but we are a team, that are starting to working together and not as a single ambassador or single track. This is my opinion. Sorry.
I want to pin this point because someone in the chat is asking, Irina is asking, so about the other ambassadors. And yes, Irina, you are right, because we have a situation here if we want to think in a collective, because we are right now here just 10 people, okay? Obviously, 6 is not here, 6 is active too, and I think that maybe 2 or 3 head ambassadors more are not here and can be very active in this situation. But the truth is that we had 21 head ambassadors in the sitting list, and we missed like 9 or 10 of 10. If you see the sitting list, it's not complete here right now. So if we want to think in a collective, we have to decide what we will do with the rest of the head ambassadors, because the truth is that we don't have all the head ambassadors very active right now. We have just 10 or 12 head ambassadors active. So if we go like a collective, we will fight for them, or just be here and just the very active head ambassador will be in this proposal, because not just Giotto is asking. Many members in the community are saying like, hey, I haven't seen these guys. Where is my head ambassador? I don't know who is my head ambassador. So this is a very important point. I don't want to make the situation in the table and ask what we should do with them. We should go for the 20 head ambassadors that was in the original list, or we should go like a very close group with the just active ambassadors, or we should go with the Giotto proposal of go to this election process.
I think if I can jump in here, this is exactly one of the 3 points that I mentioned, right? So we have we have to agree on as a collective, as head ambassador voice, if we want to appear as a collective, as head ambassadors, or we want to get voted on individually. But this is just 1 point out of the 3 that we have to discuss with Giotto. So this is something that we have to maybe distribute to the other active or non-active head ambassadors before Wednesday. And I wanted to add comment on like how we should react on this, because David and Lorena, you have mentioned this, that we should discuss it publicly. I agree as well that we have to raise the voice. However, we should be a bit careful on raising now, on criticizing his proposal before Wednesday, because if we in the call on Wednesday can convince him, or at least to negotiate with us, and then we don't need to put up another proposal, then our criticize would also look a bit bad, because we criticize something and don't put something up, right? So I would really use the time now from today until Wednesday to activate all head ambassadors to get their views on this. I know that Mark Ryan, for example, he was not in any of these calls, but he's also still active as in the events bounty and like an ambassador. It was just a time difference, not possible. So I will also do my best to reach out to some of these ambassadors, asking these 3 questions, and we need to come into the call on Wednesday with Giotto with these discussion points. And only if we see he doesn't want to cooperate, then we make big noise. This is my view on this, and would love to hear any other feedback, because if we make a big noise now and then we also and don't submit something, we also look like a fool.
David, is your turn?
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I just have 5 minutes, but thinking about it from a strategic point of view, I think it's the better way to follow. You know, to control a system, the best way is to be part of it. If we, I don't want to work for Giotto. Definitely, for me, it's impossible. For many reasons. That's not the point. But if some of us have enough courage, I would say, to apply and be part of this program, I think by the inside, it will be probably better to control and I would say giving another way to the process, the future of the process. Because yeah, look, at the moment, yes, he has pushed his proposal online. It becomes really difficult to, I think, to push another one. With support of a big player from the community, why not? But we will have to justify strongly our position. I mean, to propose something different from the Giotto program. So, to be honest, I'm searching for the best way to be more efficient in the coming days. And but definitely for me, Giotto, it's not a way. It will be impossible. But I see. Irina, you ask us what are the reaction of our community. To give you an example, for me, it's a real drama. If you know a little bit the life of French community, we had 2 separate groups. An opportunist one, Polka France, and a group formed with really motivated guys. And for now, because Giotto proposed no salary for head ambassador, a lot of people coming from the other community, Polka France, will apply as head ambassador. Because there is money, there is money, there is a reward, and people coming from my community told me, no, motivated guys will leave Polkadot. Why? Because it's not for us. This model is not for us. So imagine the best way, I think, would be to make this election of people, opportunist people, I mean, impossible by applying ourselves. Some of us, I think, maybe will be a little bit shocked by what I'm saying, but I don't know. I try to find the efficient way to react to this crazy proposal and to save the future of the ambassador program. That's my point.
Yeah, I think we all agree on that, David. So don't worry about that for sure. Well, I think the discussion has been more than public, you know, like it's everywhere, you know, everybody's talking, everybody's trying to engage, you know, different Telegram groups, different places, you know, etc., private groups. So I think, anyway, we are the only ones that care about the community at the end, because Giotto is more focused, I don't know, in the deals, in the expulsion, whatever, you know. So that's not a problem for us. I think the most problematic thing with Giotto is the things that probably he will not negotiate, you know. he's stubborn, but he listened, but he's stubborn, you know. And the thing is, probably this, I want to mention that Ezio was saying, you know, like with the seating and all the first, you know, members to, you know, create the collective is the major, you know, point that he will not negotiate, because he's 100%, you know, into that it must be on OpenGov, you know. So basically, we can't like work like our, you know, group idea on this. We need to more work. We have to work as individuals anyway, as a candidate, you know. Each of us will, the ones that are interested on this, you know, should go and, you know, I don't know, sign this transaction, or I don't know how we will do it, you know, with the initial seating, you know, on the proposal, I think. So that's what I was saying, because SIX was creating this document, you know. So I think if somebody wants to be a candidate for this, probably it will be at his own under the OpenGov, you know, votation. So that's why I was thinking that the most, you know, thing that we can negotiate with him is that his idea of these super head ambassadors, like 10K, you know, per month, etc., are the ones that can be considered as a master ambassadors, you know. So we have this other, you know, tier, and the ones that wants to be head ambassadors, still to be head ambassadors, you know. Anyway, probably they will go under OpenGov anyway, you know. So we can have more seats, you know. Or in the worst case, I don't mind to be senior ambassador in that case, because I'm not gonna be a candidate for a, you know, this full-time job, you know, for 10K per month, you know. That's my take. Albert, I think, has his hand.
Well, to do something different with Yoto, and he thought about I want to explain now during the Twitter space where Irina, Ezio, and I was there, is to create, because the ambassadors, they are not, they disagree with the 10K for head ambassadors. No, we can introduce in the manifesto, we can add this part to create different tracks, and for each track different bounty. Giotto thought about it, and probably it will be the best option. You are working for, I don't know, business development. Okay, you will receive rewards, and that's all. For events, the same. We have the bounty of Zoe and Mark, and we can use it. And I think this is the most important thing, and maybe we can make the difference here. Give to the community tools to do different works. For me, is the best point, and we need to tell to Giotto that to pay 10K for head ambassadors who you don't know if they will be a great job or not. This is crazy, in my opinion. And probably we can create a business development bounty where the people can receive this payment if they done real job, but not
Giotto-
pay salaries.
You'd already put a business development bounty proposal.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, but we can create another one for the ambassadors, exclusive for us.
I think the idea with the collective was to try to get a bounty, you know, and we can like run different stuff for what we consider, you know, and also we have the other options, you know. But it was supposed to that we need one of us to be a master ambassador. I don't know if it's that exactly correct or not, but you know, because Giotto don't like the list of head ambassadors. I think the majority of the big voters, you know, also don't like the list of head ambassadors. That's why he wants to bring or open this publicly so he can attract, you know, different people. But at the same time, we are the best, you know, in our area because we've been doing like this for years, you know, and we've been like taking care about the real thing that is the community on, you know, the regional ambassador program, you know. So yeah.
At the moment, for me, it's a problem understand our goal for the Kyoto core. So when I start a call, I'm a web dev. So when I start a call, my first idea is define what at the end of the call is the result. At the moment, I can understand what we want or what was our goal discussing with Kyoto on Wednesday, because as Marva said, is listen, but is a tower, is a wall. He don't change anything. For that reason, is push his proposal before speaking with us in the call. So I don't understand where is the margin to discuss with him. I don't define the call with him. I don't write on PM on DM with him, so I don't know what we want to receive replies by him. Could you help to understand?
Go ahead.
Please.
I think
The next Albert.
Oh,
Albert?
sorry, no. Well, if you want, I can explain, but yeah, I think the same as I mentioned before. To talk with Giotto is say to him that pay 10K is crazy, and we want to do something as I mentioned before.
Zoe?
Yeah, I think we should, if I could just share the agenda quickly. I think these are the suggested things that we should discuss. And again, this all falls like what Albert just said, like the payment, right? Is one part of it. We need to describe what is our decision and what do we want to propose to him. We discussed the tiers. Do we want to have more? Some people said 4 or 5. We should agree on this until Wednesday and then propose him our decision, as well as the seating, something that Ezio described. So I think these are just the 3 main points that we now need to discuss until Wednesday, have a clear plan and propose this to him.
Yeah,
It may be already difficult to get on agreement on this between us, I guess, but we need to follow the majority here.
We need to be smart anyway, so we need to agree with him because it's already, done in that sense. But I think the tiers, he don't like also so many tiers because the program motivates like seniority, like too much people engaging too much time, so he wants fresh, energy on this. So I think, I don't know if we will agree to have more tiers. At least I think we need to try to convince him to have the master ambassador position also initially in the sitting, So, because he will not change his idea of the 10K per month, he will not change that, I think the Albert idea about the sub bounties, and the different bounties is a good idea, but at the same time, it complicates things now, like we need to keep it simple and clean, at least for the moment, So
something that I'm hearing now, maybe just to say for the general approach, right? Maybe it does, and you guys see that I'm jumping also around with what we should do, but maybe now it makes sense to really come up with another proposal, where the proposal is maybe also as simple as this, right? 4 or 5 tiers, but we have like reward structure and like these 3 points that we are discussing here, and the seating is a bit different, but we introduce this proposal as a vision for the community. Because as already a lot of people say here, he doesn't want ambassadorship. He wants to be the army that he pays 10K to be successful, right? And if our proposal is also very simple, but with a vision to say, hey, we don't want to have a BD army. We want people that care, and this is the main difference maybe of our proposal. That could be a simple approach. Not sure if it's successful, but this is, I guess, the main difference that we care about, right?
Now, I'm clear what different between us and him. But what is your what do you want from the next call with him?
Sorry?
I'm sorry. I'm speaking in Italian. Sorry. Let me check. Let me think about. At the end of the call with Giotto, what we want to obtain? This is my
I think
my-
we need to make him understand that we, we don't need these super master ambassadors, like closing deals, like going, I don't know, having big exposure, like I don't know what else he have in mind with this, like, but people that is like this C-level of, I don't know, like big icons on the crypto ecosystem or blockchain ecosystem or Polka ecosystem that are around, that are not, they will not be able, to, it's going to be ungovernable, because you will not be able to be like super exposure, closing deals, doing all this stuff for 10K per month, under the pressure of OpenGov. And I don't know, taking care of candidates, or organizing meetups, or getting new talent to the ecosystem as ambassadors, like. So that's the major thing on the difference, of his idea. I'm not seeing that in his idea, and I think he already simplified the original idea, with 4 tiers. So yeah, like the rewards is gonna be big. I mentioned before, I'm into other things also. I'm not 100%. I can't dedicate 100% to be a head ambassador or a master ambassador, So of course I can be active on the collective, if it's one, and I'm very interested to that. And I will not, want to lose my position as an active ecosystem member, so at least that's the main spirit for me, Of course, it's not the rewards and it's not the big 10K per month. But maybe one of you wants to do that, or maybe one of you don't also. So, we can still good and we can connect with him and try to merge, his collective idea with our original idea, and find consensus with him and the support. Because probably if he wants to do also his own thing without us, or probably with not much of us, then we're gonna try to propose something, as the original collective or the original ambassador program. And if we don't agree again with him, probably he will vote against, so because he controls the OpenGov basically, or at least big part of this, so.
There is anyone who wants to add something else?
Yeah, the thing what he's saying, Dina, is interesting because I think when the collective is rolling, the collective will have, the mechanism to, kick or downgrade or, upgrade, members from the collective to different positions, So at least this first initial sitting, yeah, downgrading, yeah, the manifesto I think is like, if you are inactive 3 months, just keep. He's like a dictator. No, I don't think he will be able to do that. But it will define his balance, So the ones that are active on voting, they will, or the ones that are doing things, it will be the natural process of filter, So anyway, it's gonna be, with like a little OpenGov inside of the collective, kind of thing. Yeah, maybe we can create something. Yeah, I think, well, Ezio told us, I think the last meet, that I think under the Thrive Eco proposal initiative, they will have an idea, they will have a meeting with Web3 Foundation or something this week, if I'm not wrong, Ezio?
Yes, the meet will be this Friday. They move it because in the original plan was will be tomorrow, but they move it to Friday.
Okay. Yeah, we can do a second, like a proposal that can stick to Giotto's idea. Maybe if we agree and we can do that, like it's the community care, the community growth. Yeah, kind of makes sense for me. But anyway, we're gonna still be senior ambassadors or normal ambassadors or whatever, because anyway, the 21 head ambassador will be the 21 head ambassadors, and we're gonna be, I don't know if probably, I think one of us, if we want, like if all the ones they want and they make their candidacy, probably one of us can be this or part of this 21. But it's gonna be an open go. Giotto will not negotiate also that, I think definitely, that's also one of the, he was, I don't know if upset, but yeah, like with the original seating, and like, yeah.
I mean, the fact that he can actually not change his root referenda at the moment, right? He could just stop it and then put up a new one on. That's the situation we are in.
We can kill it, but he doesn't matter. He will do another one or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, we can, because I suggested that we in the meeting on Wednesday discuss with him if he wants to modify his current referendum, which is technically actually not possible, right? Because it's either get accepted how it is now, or he also cancels on his own or votes against it, whatever, and then we put up a new one. So when we negotiate with him, we're actually only negotiating for another referendum, because the initial one that's on chain right now cannot be changed. It's on voting. It's not a discussion. It's a referendum that's voting. Right? Correct me if someone if that's wrong, but we can. So we can modify it. I mean, I don't think, because this only happens during discussion, and when something is for voting, it needs to be accepted as it is or not. So the negotiation with him on Wednesday is just.
Basically, for me, this Giotto proposal is the framework for this, Like,
but we are talking with him about the framework. That's the thing, right? Because his framework, as a lot of people say here, is pretty focused. Only has these 4 tiers, is payment based, and it has no seating. And these are the critical things that we disagree with, right? This is the main point. We say the referendum or the collective should actually community focused, should maybe have 5 tiers to motivate other people more. Maybe should have a collective seating. This is the active head investor, and should not pay 10K, but should pay rewards. So these are the main things that are different from our idea. It's a structure of the collective, and if it's collective, he only proposes a structure of the program. And if we don't agree with this structure, we should propose a new one, or we go with his structure, right? It's not the details, just the structure. Because he doesn't say what the ambassador has to do, right? In our proposal, we at least have like also details. You should host a meetup or something. He leaves it completely open. We say you propose what you want to do. He doesn't go into detail at all.
Yeah, I think one of the weak points for some people is this. It's like giving examples of exactly what you need to do. For me, it's just a guidance. But I think also that's why Giotto is not so clear on that,
Because if there's no guideline, he can vote on what he likes or doesn't like, right? If someone comes up now, say, hey, I would like to do a movie, right? He used this, but no BD. I want to create a beautiful movie about poker. He doesn't like it. He votes against it. And then you don't become a head ambassador. So that's the funny thing. But if you have guidelines, he cannot control it. And that's why maybe he doesn't like our proposals. Because the more guidelines there are, the less you can influence it or manipulate it.
Well, I think, yeah, Patricia. Patricia, you raise your hand?
Yeah,
no?
I'm speaking muted. I think that we should close this call because many people are go or jumping in another call. So I want to decide the last call, the next step before the next call. I think that the first point is who is active and who wants to participate, because I understand that the decision is not the actual the last poll is not enough, and I think that we should create a doc with the difference between our proposal and his proposal, to share it on Wednesday to the community. This is my opinion. Before the call with Giotto, I think that it is more important to starting to share the difference between our vision and his vision before the call with him. Then we can, because we want to confront with him and with the other member of the community, ambassador community, token holder community, and extraterrestrial community. It's not important, but we can start explaining our vision, because nothing and no people understand our vision at the moment. They only see a group of people that try to remain in his seat, doing nothing. So if you are agree, I wrote this step in the agenda and in the chat. I propose this roadmap to the other member of the chat. But I think that there are two main things: who is active between us to push in the collective and create the collective. At the moment, I think it's not the good name, because the good name is a teamwork, is active teamwork. And the second one is create this doc with the difference between the old proposal, new proposal, and Giotto proposal. If you all agree, I can do this action, and if it's possible, I'd like help to create the doc with the difference, because are many topics. I have fear to lose some points in the road. Another little question, sorry. What do you want I do with the recorded call? I'm continuing to record, and I hope to write the correct meeting notes on Discord. Do you want shared with the community too? I create a poll for this too. Sharing only with us. Okay, I'll create the poll. I think that at the moment we can close the call. If anyone has asked.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay. Okay. Bye. Bye.
Bye.